How to streamline your business operation 101. Operations management refers to planning, implementing and overseeing the production of goods or services. In either manufacturing or services, operations managers are responsible for both strategy and day-to-day operations. The field, sometimes known as production management, is cross-functional, involving sales, marketing and finance departments. It is engaged in the invention, creation, manufacturing and distribution of a product or service. It essentially links the dots throughout the supply chain. But first, if you are new here, consider subscribing to this channel to continue receiving great weekly videos on consulting. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a new video. Streamlining is the practice of improving the productivity of a technique inside an organization. Automate, work reduction, and unnecessary procedures can all be accomplished using advanced equipment and methods. If people are beginning to feel that your office is about to devolve into anarchy, there are a few things you can do to increase efficiency. However, running a business is complicated, and you may not know where to begin to restore order. The functions and goals of strategic management. Even though corporation policy is a minor part of a bigger commercial enterprise strategy, it is crucial to industry profitability. Without a sound business plan, businesses struggle to compete with changing markets and fall behind the more industrial competition. Operational management has harmed many firms, both large and small. They're often falling behind technically advanced competitors. Amazon, for example, has driven out a slew of cinder block businesses while constantly advancing technology such as drone delivery. Financial processes streamlining for growth. Financial institutions are in charge of a company's total cash flow. They keep track of all cash inputs and flows to ensure that money is correctly paid and collected. When a firm expands quickly, the amount of paperwork and invoices produced increases as well. Assume that project leaders routinely obtain a financial statement from the finance department. It increases operational risk by putting pressure on the finance team to keep up with the rapid expansion. The corporation can hire more personnel to address the problem, but this does not tackle the cause of the problem. Using working capital to improve efficiency. Streamlining working capital efficiency is crucial for a company's success. By streamlining the procedures of receiving cash receipts and paying accounts payables, the corporation may reduce expenses. However, the laborious process of producing bills and paying bills might lead to errors, slowing things down over time. Therefore, investing in technology systems to facilitate the account receivable and payable procedures is worthwhile. Operation management can evaluate 6 major areas to boost efficiency. Remember to consider the economic effect of each of them, as well as how they will influence your consumers, vendors, staff, and business associates. Reduce the amount of paper used. Examining your paper flow is one of the simplest methods to streamline your firm. In a variety of industries, paperwork can easily pile up and contribute to unneeded lead times. Filing and storage are other areas where paperwork has an impact. File cupboards and storing containers take up a lot of space in the office. To archive documentation for long-term preservation and retrieval, use a documentation administration system. It will free up workplace space that is currently being used for paper storage and is being squandered. Reduce the cost of your company mobile phone. Saving money on business cell phone usage is a simple and quick fix. Competition is severe in the general cell phone market, but it's much fiercer for corporate phone customers. You can save money by taking advantage of the current marketplace and shopping around. Employee empowerment. Employees on the front lines and in the trench are the most knowledgeable about their jobs. The top personnel have been with the organization for a long time and are intimately familiar with the procedure and judgments. Look for locations where managers and supervisors are active in the company's day-to-day activities. These are the most typical places where motivating employees will be beneficial. Believe them, share with them, and outsource the important tasks rather than the struggle. Remember that every choice or interaction you remove from the process improves its performance. Customers, suppliers and partners, B2B. Business-to-business communications, often referred to as, entails much more than merely having a bookstore on your site. The ability to automate, communicate electronic information will decide which businesses thrive and which struggle to stay alive. Good customer service, more sales, decreased inventories, investment savings, enhanced cash flow, and shorter lead times are all advantages of business-to-business communications. Organize your software. Do people use two different pieces of software for order input and accounting? Is there a third option for inventory management? Do they have someone that manually enters data from one place into another? If they responded yes to any of these questions, they might profit from an interconnected software system. Today, several products are available to satisfy the needs of both small and large businesses. Consider outsourcing. No company is too big or too little to profit from outsourcing's myriad advantages. Businesses as well as smaller enterprises can benefit. There are multiple reasons for outsourcing a wide range of tasks. However, if people would like to deploy outsourcing successfully, they must plan and prepare. Automating repetitive jobs is a good idea. Do people have a lot of time-consuming chores that need to be completed daily in a company? Is it necessary for them to be extremely productive to execute a specific program? Examine whether people could streamline these jobs such that they can be completed with a few mouse clicks. Invoice emails are one example. Implementing this procedure could save people hours if you send regular reminders to customers about direct debits or future payment dates. Create a long-term technological strategy. Updating obsolete or inefficient equipment can have a significant impact on the effectiveness of your workforce. By planning ahead of time, you can minimize or eliminate these disturbances. It would help if people planned out your short-term and long business goals and how technology development can assist in achieving them. Cut back on wasted commute time. While face-to-face meetings are a vital element of doing business to business, they are not always necessary. Essentially, if customers are dispersed throughout the country or the globe, travel time is often less efficient. So, any time saved can be put towards more valuable work. With video conferencing technologies like Skype for Business, it's now simple to communicate face-to-face virtually and collaborate via screen and application sharing. Of course, prices vary, therefore matching technology to their maximum safety is essential. It isn't to imply we shouldn't allow staff to join these events. It can be beneficial. Just make sure that people choose ones that will assist their employees in achieving their goals. Streamlining processes and workflows has several advantages. People may do many things that demand less labor and save up time by optimizing their institution's daily activities. Here are some of the benefits that streamlining your procedures and workflows can provide for their company or organization. Improved cost effectiveness. Because recorded data and editing may be done automatically, streamlining software will likely reduce the amount of paper used in the office and needless staffing. In addition, it will most likely save the company money, allowing people to invest in other areas. Increased efficiency. Most staff will likely become more efficient when procedures are simplified, and they may have a more precise sense of the everyday tasks and expectations set to them. They will concentrate more on the value of what they are generating when superfluous duties are removed. Communication has improved. Streamlined management practices increased departmental interaction and allowed for a higher understanding of accomplished activities. As a result, employees will waste considerable time traveling around to speak with one another and will be able to complete given jobs more quickly. More effective time management. With less demanding activities for employees to accomplish, we'll be able to effectively control company time, complete the most important tasks first, and allow for buffer time in between. Keep risks to a minimum. Transparency is increased in businesses with streamlined processes. It is essential to assess the progress of employees and mention missteps or missed deadlines from one place. Streamlining may, for example, assist with company duties such as adhering to particular laws or delivering a product to your customers on time. How to make business processes more efficient. People can start streamlining when they've identified and prioritized all of the business procedures. It can necessitate an understanding of the process and recording of each step or activity taken to achieve the goal. To simplify business operations, take the following steps. Determine the result or plan. Break the process down into individual steps or tasks. Evaluate the steps along the way. Do a value chain analysis. Evaluate handoffs and pinpoint bottlenecks. Collect feedback from those who conduct the procedure and related tasks, as well as those who profit from it. Identify actions that aren't necessary. Determine which activities are redundant. Determine which schemes can be mechanized with the assistance of computers. Jobs should be redesigned or automated. Seek tools to complete the job. Explain the process plan and garner support from stakeholders and leadership. Provide instruction. Determine the most important performance metrics. Please keep track of your accomplishments and shortcomings and report on them. People are committed to continuous improvements through testing, reviewing and refining their work. The business type will determine the scope of work required to streamline their process. For example, a small company may not necessitate appropriate information, but a large enterprise will require buy-in from interested parties and numerous layers of management. If you like the video, give us a like to make more videos like this one, and tell us in the comments section below what type of videos you want. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more weekly videos.